Good morning, fourth grade. We're going to continue reading in chapter 8 today, but before we get started, we're going to use our fill-in-the-blank summary. It says, Amos changes Sadie, Carter, and Zia into storm clouds and leads them to Set's red pyramid. In order to defeat Set, both Carter and Sadie become birds with their gods. Oh, sorry, not birds. They become one with their gods. Sadie tries to rescue her dad first, but Isis tells her that his power would destroy everything. She gets to Set and opens up a portal to Washington, D.C. Press pause to fill in the blank and write in your answer. And play when you're ready for the focus question. It says, how do the characters respond to challenge? What does their response reveal about the central themes of the text? Today we are really going to be focusing on Sadie. Our vocabulary words are the same from yesterday. We have augment, which is to start or add to something, to increase something. Vortex, which is a mass of whirling fluid or air. And implode, that means to collapse inward. We're going to keep reading our story right where we left off from yesterday. And remember, Sadie was trying to save her dad, but he told her, don't save me, save the world instead. And Isis is like, I'm really sorry, Sadie. And they accept the fact that their dad has to die in order for her to save the world. And so then she goes to find Carter and Set. And she takes Zia's advice and uses Set's power to help her. Alright, and so at the bottom of this page it says, Set tells Desjardins, bon voyage, weakling, have a nice trip. And he has the capstone in his hand, and he's trying to place it on the top, and Carter comes, but he says, not so fast, Horace. The sun will rise in 30 seconds, and then the land will be mine forever. He's trying to place the capstone on there, but here comes Sadie, and she's helping. And it says, you can't stop me alone, Horace, especially not in the desert, the source of my strength. You're right, except Horace is not alone, and we're not going to fight you in the desert. Magic 101, Sadie Kane, you can't open a portal during the demon days. A mortal can't, but a goddess of magic can. Washington, D.C. Alright, so Sadie changes the game. She moves them to a new location so that Set isn't as powerful. And says, above us, the air cracked with lightning. The top of the cavern dissolved into a churning vortex of sand as large as a pyramid. And then, like a giant lid, the portal began to descend. Isis, you will pay dearly for this. I name you, Set. I name you Evil Day. You were born, and it was an evil day. The pyramid imploded. I hoped Zia and Amos were okay inside. Whoops. No! And then you can see the pyramid is gone. So we'll stop right there. It says to describe the characters and what are they doing. Sadie is trying to defeat Set by opening a portal to Washington, D.C. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for a quote. And if you turn back the page, you can use this quote that says, a mortal can't, but a goddess of magic can, Washington, D.C. That's a great quote for 1B. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the setting. Story, the setting was changed from Phoenix, Arizona to Washington, D.C. You can write that down in 2-8. The setting changed from Phoenix, Arizona to Washington, D.C. All right, and you can use this quote that Sadie gives us about how the pyramid, or no, you can use the same quote as you did for 1B for the setting also. All right, and now we are going to Sadie name Set. She calls him Evil Day, and everything exploded. Let's keep reading to see if they encounter another challenge. Demons and magicians were strewn unconscious along the edges of the fallen pyramid, but it was easy to spot Set crawling out of the wreckage. The feather of truth still shone on him in the spotlight. "Urgh. We've got you now." That's Carter. "Sadie, use the book." I summoned the book of overcoming Set and spoke the first line. "You have been my enemy and a curse on the land. Arg!" In the duat, a rift opened in the Washington Monument, sucking all the pieces of Set's pyramid, demons, and chaos toward it. Only it didn't quite work like that. Instead of going into the rift, the chaos matter coiled around the monument, reaching into the clouds. "Sadie, what are you waiting for? Finish the spell." "Carter, look." "A snake?" "Apophis." He was trying to cross over into the mortal world. To form properly, he needed the death of millions, the wasting of an entire continent. Wretched gods. Die! Eee! This is not over, godling. All of this I have wrought with a wisp of my voice, the merest bit of my essence wriggling. Imagine what I shall do when fully formed. Apophis's voice possessed face of horror. He was using you to serve his purpose all along, Set. Ridiculous! The snake in the cloud was one of your tricks, Isis, an illusion. Apophis wanted to use your red pyramid as a gateway to the mortal world. You were set up. I'm betting you would have been his first meal after he came through the duat and found you dead. Chaos wouldn't have won. No one uses me. I am chaos. Partially, but you're still one of the gods. True, you're faithless, ruthless, vile. You make me blush, sister. But you're also the strongest god. In the ancient times, you defended Ra's boat against Apophis. But Ra's gone forever thanks to you. Not forever. We will have to find him. If Apophis is rising, we all need the gods to battle him. Even Ra. Even you. Okay, we'll stop right there. So they encountered a problem. When Sadie spoke the spell to defeat Set, she actually released an even more evil god named Apophis. And Apophis has threatened to continue being evil. Press pause to write down your box in 3A. And the quote we can use is, if you go back to the other page, when it says instead of, you can use Sadie's two quotes on this page for 3B. Press pause to write down your answer and play when you're ready for the solution. And so Sadie has explained to Set that in order to defeat Apophis, they are all going to need to work together, even Ra and even Set. Press pause to write down your answer for 4A and play when you're ready for the quote. All right, and you can use Sadie's quote right here. She'll release him if he agrees to help fight against Apophis. All right? And then we'll keep reading this last bit where Roz says, "You suggest an alliance? You'd trust me?" And Carter says, "You've got to be kidding, but we've got your number now, your secret name. Swear by your own name and the throne of Ra that you will leave now and will not reappear until you are called." "I swear by my name and Ra's throne and our mother's starry elbows." Oh, this will be good. We're going to have so much fun. "Be gone, evil day." And then Set disappears. All right? So now you're ready for the paragraph, "How does Sadie respond to challenge, and what does this reveal about her character?"